Hey guys, this is the K55 motor Encon with the gloss oak cane blades. This is another fan that Andrew is taking from me. I've been hoping to find a good home for this for years because it's a really cool fan, but I didn't have any use or place for it. It's odd for a variety of reasons. First of all, how often do you see K55 Encon? How often do you see high gloss cane blades? It's one speed, and when I got it, it had a one-speed on-off pull chain and no evidence that there was ever three-speed circuitry in it. I removed that pull chain with the interest of making it a three-speed fan and never got around to it, so now it's one speed with no pull chain. But if you open the switch housing, you'll see that there's no evidence that it ever had more than one speed, which is really odd. Either somebody messed with it and did a very professional job and got rid of all the evidence, which rarely happens, or it was sold as a one-speed fan with a wall control or something, a remote receiver, etc. You know, stranger things have happened. So we got it here. We're going to try it with the Fastco 4-speed. We got the amp meter, and let's move some air. I got to turn the amp meter on. I didn't look on the tag for a current draw on this. It's K55, so it's going to be right around an amp. So, okay. Let's take it to low with the 4-speed. 0.23, which is fairly common. It's a 4-5 flywheel, by the way, and we have all 5 blades. We just, I had hung it as a 5-blade before, and so I wanted to see it as a 4. And Andrew intends to use it as a 5. I mean, as a 4, excuse me. So, this was our preference for piecing it together. It's not a bad low speed, but I think we can go slower. We'll see how it does with the solid state control. Another thing you could do, Andrew, is haven't had the opportunity to show you this because we're not hanging multiple fans. If you plug 2 fans into the same 4-speed control, like this one here, and the 2 fans are similar or identical in terms of what they draw, it halves the speeds.
Interesting.
So you get that's medium, low there. Yeah, so you get slow, slower, and extremely slowest if you have 2 on the same control. I never do that without being able to keep an eye on it, because every so often putting 2 on the same control will burn up the control. But 5/8. And let's go to high. It's making me cold, if that's any indication. 0.72, so it's well under the current draw that you would expect. But it seems to be going full speed, so it's not like there's a capacitor problem or something. That seems about full speed for a 52-inch stack motor fan. Wouldn't you think, Andrew?
Yeah.
It's a good air mover underneath it.
Yeah, feel it over here.
Yeah, Andrew can feel it over there. Let's go back over here. Yeah, it's the same as the other ones where you can tell if there's air moving over here. It's not like a huge gust of wind or a steady breeze, but you can tell if there's air moving. Sorry about that, guys. My SD card was full and I didn't realize that I had forgotten to delete yesterday's videos after uploading them. So let's let this spin down. Bearings were pretty stiff when I unpacked it, which I guess came from sitting in storage because they were smooth when I tested it 10 years ago or so. So I really think I have had it that long. Let's do it in reverse. Yeah, it would have been about 10 years because it was. I remember hanging it with the wiring being askew in my parents' basement, and I did that project over 10 years ago. So this, I guess I got this over 10 years ago. So yeah, the bearings must have just gotten a little stiff from sitting over so many years, and they seem to be doing fine now. So in reverse, .23. medium low, 0.44. A little bit of wobble in medium low reverse. No, it's gone now. Medium high, 0.58. And then high reverse, 0.72. Okay, well, while that spins down, I'm going to get ready for the infinitely variable solid state. I don't see any real reason to try the 5-speed control on this, but we'll try the infinitely variable solid state, which I have high expectations for this since that Delta 2 did so beautifully well with it. So the great thing about these videos, Andrew, is that in terms of us trying different controls, like in terms of remembering which controls worked and which didn't, you got it documented.
Yep.
So I'm grabbing the control from over here and trying to keep the fan on camera and not step on the fan on the floor. Oh, I forgot to turn my ringer off. I'm all kinds of screwing up this video. Got the nice loud buzz sound in there. Forgot to empty my SD card. Forgot to turn my ringer off. I'm almost there. If I started the process here, I might as well finish it. But next time, yes. Actually, you know what? Sure, this is all tangled up. So go ahead and just keep it focused on the fan. Put that photography school to good use. Okay, we got the infinitely variable solid state control. Right now, we're drawing 0.01, so we're very low. Yeah, you can always show it there if you like. If you want to make it focus, if it's kind of out of focus, just tap the center. Yeah. You got it? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to inch this up. Okay. We're at 0.09, 0.1, 0.11, 0.12. Now, the thing to be careful when you're doing this slow of a low speed with a solid state control is that they're very sensitive to voltage fluctuations. So you know how like your lights get dimmer when you run the garbage disposal and stuff like that? For example, I had a Casablanca Zephyr in my living room at one of my earlier places, and I had a bunch of track lights in my living room. And if I put the Zephyr on the lowest setting, it would go slow like this. Oh, it stopped. Let me adjust it. No, it's still going. It would go slow like this on the lowest setting, and then if I would turn the track lights on, it would stop. So a capacitor-based control going just equally as slow, if you can get it to go slow with capacitors, is less likely to do that. And somebody smarter than me would know why. Okay, so that's 0.13. I'm going to take it up a little bit to 0.17. Take it up another eighth, just 0.29. Silent, isn't it? You hearing anything from it?
No.
Take it up another eighth. It just like a slight buzz, 0.46, but not at all unusable. Another eighth, 0.61. And then all the way to high is 0.70. And I'll cut it off and let it spin down. For some reason this reminds me of a Regency, and I can't tell you why. It reminds me of a Regency, and since my primary exposure of Regency was in Minneapolis, this makes me think of Minneapolis, which is ironic given that it's now going to Minneapolis. I guess Regency's did a similar vent pattern with a flywheel and pretzel brackets, but they never did cane, to my knowledge. Or they probably did gloss, but definitely not gloss cane, and I don't think they did cane at all. Okay, well, we've now seen the Encon K55.